Good morning. Well, I just kind of made it close to noon now. It's 11:48 a.m. December 24th, Christmas Eve, 2024. And today is Wednesday? The days are getting mixed up. Today's Tuesday. Sorry. Days are getting mixed up. Today is Tuesday. And I'm excited for the church service this evening because they do candlelight service. I've been going to the church now. It's 4 months. Yeah. Started going from early September, and I'm excited for today's because I love Christmas. It's been a long time, and I have been watching the candlelight service thing in many different Hallmark movies, and I'm a big Hallmark fan. And so this is the first time I'm going to see it in person, so I'm excited for that. And this morning I had some really good experience. I would say made memories. My daughter Alice and I, we made some pancakes. We filled it up in a plastic bottle, and then you can kind of make the shape. So normally we make different shapes like flowers and whatnot, and sometimes she gets creative and she makes different shapes. So I told her, let's make some Christmas related shapes like Christmas tree. So make pancake as like Christmas tree. And then she came up with to make shapes of Jesus. So she made cross, but the first one kind of it spread everywhere, so it didn't look like Jesus, or the cross it looked like something else. But then she made it again another one, and then she made a Jesus and his followers on the side. So those are funny. And we also made other shapes like flowers, heart, and whatnot. So that was fun. That was fun. Somehow, I don't know what happened in my head. I was thinking that today she didn't have her after school where she normally goes when school is off. So today and tomorrow they're off. I was thinking they're off Christmas Day and the day after. So I had a few things planned for her. So it kind of changed up a little bit. But anyway. Also, I had another thing that I was thinking. So she got an award from her class. She's in third grade. She got an award from her class. It's called Integrity Award, and her teacher is so amazing. She gives this encouraging things to the kids in the class here and there, and I think these are such a good positive reinforcements for the kids to keep doing that. So this is called Integrity Award, where she was doing the right things even when no one is looking. And so I think she was helping somebody, her classmate, with something. And so she got that award. It's a printed paper. She gives those here and there. And I was so proud. Proud mama. So I kept thinking this morning, she got it last Friday, and I was like, oh, I gotta share it with somebody. And I didn't want to kind of brag with my friends, but I shared it with, I think, one or two people, because I was so happy about that, especially as kids, doing the right things when no one is looking. And if they get encouraged, they will keep doing it more. Even big people, they say that what gets recognized gets repeated. And I'm so grateful that her teacher, she's doing that, because some of the teachers in our life, they make a big impact. I remember when I was growing up, and if you're watching this video, I'm pretty sure you remember some of your teachers from your elementary or middle school or high school who made a deeper impact in your life, right? For where you are today or whatever you are doing, they had something to do with it for it to be strong and keep going and learning. And I think Alice had a really, really amazing teacher at the first grade, and I think this third grade teacher is also going to be one of those teachers that will have a huge impact in her life. So blessed for her teachings. And this is the third thing I'll share about her, and then I'll talk about other things. This morning, those other things it was reminiscing, even though they just happened. I just was thinking about those. I just took a little time, and I was just thinking about those. And sometimes things like that happens in our life, and we don't think too much about the good things. Our mind, because our mind, it's been a while I talked about that, the subconscious mind and the conscious mind, right? Even though this has the power, subconscious mind has the power to navigate or kind of manage the subconscious. We don't think about that. The subconscious takes over and we keep spiraling down. We don't think about the good stuff as much. So I purposely sat down in the couch and I was thinking about all of this. And so yeah, if you have been watching my videos for a while, you know that Alice, my daughter, is my inspiration for everything that I do. And that's what keeps me going, because some days things could be hard, and that's why, like, finding a purpose in our life is so important. And because some days, because they say we do more for other people than we do for us, for ourselves. And for me, I know that she inspires me with so many things. My daughter, even though she's only 8, she'll be 9 in a couple months. I know that she can inspire so many people, so I try to live by the good as much as possible, so that she can spread more goodness in the world. I'm not perfect. I make a lot of mistakes, but yeah, anyway, so spreading love, happiness, peace, joy is so important in the world. There's never enough of that we can spread. The smile, and so this morning, it's kind of funny and weird story, but anyway, I'm gonna share. So it's a little embarrassing too. But embarrassing because I could do a little bit better at cleaning. But anyway, so I was in the bathroom, as I sat down in the toilet, and on the corner we had this trash can. Top of the trash can, it's black, and there's a little dust. It'll get cleaned though this Tuesday, not Tuesday, Friday. The lady is coming. So anyway, there's some dust, and I see there's a heart. From the dust, the heart is cleaned up on that top of the trash can, and I just felt so much love from that this little girl, her heart is so full of love. I want her to share that with the world. I hope I can keep up with her to be a good mom, and Yeah, anyway, so I took a picture of that for me to um just keep it as a mom. Very simple thing, but this little girl, heart full of love. I actually didn't realize it'll make me emotional while talking about it, but anyway, uh, it's a wonderful, wonderful gift from God. Our little kids, we forget to count our blessings in life so often, especially when we're going through challenging things. Um, there's so many things around you. Where we focus is what magnifies, right? So we gotta keep focusing on the good. Whatever we focus on, we'll find. If we want to focus on the good, we'll find the good things around us. If you look around, you'll find things around you that one day that was your wish. And we as human beings, we look around, see those things, and it becomes just a regular thing, and we don't feel, me included, we don't feel as appreciative enough. But we tend to focus on what's not there. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's the normal human mentality. It's like everybody in the world is like that, but we more we can train ourselves to focus on the good, focus on the blessings, that helps us to find inner peace, happiness, all of that. And more we have that, more we can share with the world. So I was texting with a friend last night, and so I was explaining the concept to her and looking for something where I could use that to explain the concept better. I have a little mess over there, I gotta clean that up. So I talk about bucket. Okay, I'm just gonna use this box as a bucket here because I don't have my coffee cup or anything here. So the concept is, a lot of time they use that the concept of keeping your bucket full, or keeping your, or it could be called as cup, it could be called as tank. You might have heard people say, oh, my tank is empty, I can't give any more. So what it is so consider that as a bucket or cup or a tank that's yours, and the concept is, we have to figure out ways to keep our bucket full, because when this is full, imagine if you're filling it with water, when you have so much water in it that overflows, only then it can overflow, otherwise it can't overflow, because you need more water in this to fill it up first for it to overflow. And the water is the happiness, because everybody in life, we're going through things, and a challenging situation happens, and what ends up happening is that we try to pour out from what we have here, and then at some point when we're very stressed and worried and whatnot, we are spiraling with our own negativity. That's what we pour out, because it's not full. And for different people, the way to fill the bucket is different. And you would know when you are in the present moment. For me, it's the simple things. When let's say I go out with a friend to have some coffee at a Starbucks or whatever coffee shop, that's my bucket filler. When I do something fun with Alice, my daughter, that's a bucket filler, because I am right there in the present moment, I'm filling my bucket. And believe it or not, these videos are also a bucket filler for me. And thank you, all of you guys. And you have commented, a lot of you commented. Thank you very much. I'm going to respond to you today, the comments that I've seen. Thank you very much for all of your encouragement. And later, a little bit later, I'll talk about the name also. I'll share some update about the name that I asked to some of you, like who are watching the videos regularly. I would appreciate if you comment and let me know what you prefer. Okay, so going back to the bucket. So it is so important for us to fill that bucket, because if you notice, when you are having a conversation with somebody at work or at home, let's say they're very stressed, you're very stressed, meaning your bucket is not full, your happiness is way down there, and the stress just grows, right? So, but during a conversation, imagine one person is in that situation, their bucket is empty, but the other person's bucket is there. They're happy with whatever is going on in their life, or it doesn't have to be that they're all happy, but they figured out a way to keep their bucket full with things that makes them happy, because sometimes you can still do things by yourself when everything is still not going perfect in your life, and then you can keep your bucket full, and that person can pull the other person up from the valley situation to the peak, meaning from the sadness to at least in a neutral zone, if not in a happier zone. So that's the concept. It is so important to keep our bucket full. And you can also think that a concept is like, how when you board an airplane, and then they say that put the oxygen mask first on yourself before you help someone, even when you're helping a baby, because otherwise you might die while trying to help. Then you're gonna die and the person is gonna die. So if you help yourself, you're alive, then you can help someone else. So same concept with the keeping our bucket full, and knowing that what keeps our bucket full is important, because then you're gonna do that. Like for me, having a cup of coffee with a friend is those little bucket fillers. Now big bucket fillers could be when I go for a trip, because I love traveling, one of my deepest desires. But I cannot go for a trip like every month, especially the big ones. So you have to figure out what are those little things that you can still do on a regular basis, once a week, if not once a week, at least once in 2 weeks, whatever that is. And how Tony Robbins says it's the best. If you don't put it in your calendar, it's not happening. So you have to plan for it. If you don't plan for it, it's not happening, and the negativity is going to keep filling up, and you're going to get stressed. So anyway, so that's that. I just wanted to share that here. I hope you're also keeping your bucket full, especially during these holidays. If your holidays are going a little different than it used to be, in my case it is, and I am making sure to do things, different things, little things to keep my bucket full. For us to live a good life, the external world doesn't have to be perfect. The world will never be perfect. Our inner world is what will guide the outer world, and the inner world is all of this. So it's up to us what we are putting in. It's up to us what TV shows we're watching. Is it filling our bucket? It is taking more out of our bucket. Are we watching the news channels constantly? That is sometimes full of negativity. So you just have to figure out what we are consuming. It's almost like paying attention to things. That's funny. I was watching a TED Talk the other day. I actually should make a short about that, because I want that concept to sink in even in my own head. That's why I'm writing it down, because I'm going to forget. So to differentiate, they didn't exactly explain it like that, but that's how I kind of processed it. And the whole concept was different, but the story was different. But this is one thing that came to my mind, is that, the subconscious mind and the conscious mind, one way to differentiate, and one way when both minds are working, and especially when you are influencing the subconscious mind, which that's what you want to do, is that when you do something and you know that you're doing, so I'm going to explain. Say your favorite coffee, types of coffee, in my case it's cappuccino, so I'll bring up the example of cappuccino. I love Starbucks cappuccino. Anyway, so I am drinking the Starbucks cappuccino, and my side thing, my favorite breakfast over there would be cappuccino and cheese Danish. I don't know, I love it so much. Cappuccino and cheese Danish. I'm eating it, enjoying it, and I know that I'm enjoying it, and that is the subconscious, right? So you're doing something and you know that you're doing it, you're feeling it, you're enjoying it. It's two minds working at the same time within ourselves. And that's why sometimes when if you notice, like when something happens that you create a good memory and then you remember, let's say you go for a trip and you are right there in your present moment. You went to a beach, you went to, I don't know, like anywhere, like you went to Europe. You have those experiences and the memories really deep in your mind, is because you are experiencing that, and you knew that you were experiencing that. It's kind of funny, but that's how the big memories get created, because it's both minds are at work. When one mind is working and the other is somewhere else, that's when we're in autopilot. We don't know what we're doing and we forget. And that's how, like, you can't remember what you ate last night or the night before, because you can be, if both minds are working, if we are mindful. We as normal human being, if we're monks, that's a different story. We as normal human being, we are not so mindful. It's normal for us to do majority of the things without kind of focusing both minds, right? When we do something new, let's say you are skydiving. I'm afraid of skydiving anyway. Then your both minds are working, and that's why you'd remember that even later on. So I talk about this because that is how we grow, actually. So a lot of the things that I listen to, they're from TED Talk, YouTube, reading books and stuff. More we focus on both of our minds to the things that we're learning, then we internalize it. And what we internalize is what creates our inner being. And that inner being is what reflects, because the outer reality is nothing other than the reflection of our inner reality. So if we want the things to manifest around us, so we have to feed our minds with the things that we want, with the things that makes us happy, because then it will reflect with the way we communicate to others. Like there's this rule about communication, 7-38-55 rule. So 7 is the words that we speak, 38 is the tone that we use for speaking, and 55 is body language. So now that was before everything became virtual. So it always interests me, and I don't think I have seen any research yet how that has changed, because I think now the weightage probably would be more on the tone and the words. Body language is still there, but we are seeing only this part of the body, right? We are not seeing the whole part of the body, so we don't know. And also probably the facial expression has taken more weightage over it, right? Because that's what people are focusing on more, even if you do virtual meeting for work and whatnot. So I want to share one other thing, and then I'll probably finish this video. So this morning, a friend reached out. She used to work in my team several years ago, 5 years ago or so, and I consider her as friend now, and back then too, that's how I tried to do because in this world people work for other people, but ultimately we're all the same. Anyway, so she reached out. She was asking how I'm doing and stuff like that, and she was saying that she was just thinking about me, and told me, take care of yourself and stuff like that. We just texted back and forth a little bit. It was after a long time, several months. And I didn't ask her, but I wondered what reminded me of her. I remember that back then when we worked together, there was during the Christmas time. It was 100 people team, so it was a lot of work to do that, but I kind of made it fun because I love these things too. So that's why I try to make it fun wherever I go and work. So the idea came from one of the radio show. Actually, I was listening to at the time Kane show. Now that switched to intern John show. He's not intern anymore, but they call him intern John, and he himself calls him too, because I think that became popular. It's on 99.5 in the morning when I used to go drive to work. I used to listen to that a lot. Anyway, they talked about in your team when people are working during the holidays to thank them, and they might have told it a different way, but again, how I internalized was this, that think about the people and also the people in their families, right? So we wrote a card thanking the team members and their families that the sacrifices they're making, right? When somebody is working late, their families are making sacrifices, not only them, because with their kids, their spouses might be taking more work to manage everything and things like that, and they're not able to spend time together as a family during the holidays. So we all wrote the card, and because we had to write 120 cards, I remember I said it's a voluntary if anybody wants to do that in a lunch hour. So you'd have a meeting in the meeting room. There were like 6-7 people would write the card. So we had a normal write-up, and back then there was no chat GPT, so I just came up with the write-up, and we wrote that in all the cards. And at one point, your hand starts hurting because you're handwriting, but that was the point, that you handwrite those cards. And then I had this little clear pouch that I got from Amazon, and we put chocolates in there, a bunch of different chocolates. It was a little chocolate pouch and a nice handwritten card. We gave it to everybody. I didn't pay for it. It's the company. It didn't cost much. It costed like $200 or something, and for 120 people, we did that. And I forgot about that. I don't know, my friend, if she remembered it, but when she texted during the Christmas, it reminded me of that. It was 5 years ago. And anyway, I just I went back to that memory lane for a little bit, because there were so many other memories attached to that. Anyway, so that was good. Just keep creating memories. I'm taking it easy a little bit today. So that's my robe, and yeah, and I think I'm gonna do a few things that I have on the agenda for today. And after that, I'm excited, like I was saying, to go to the church to see the candlelight service in person for the first time. I've seen it on TV before, but I'm excited to see it in person. With that, what I would say is, you have seen some of my recent videos, maybe where I talk about taking action towards a goal, because Action is what makes it work, makes it moving. Because if we want to climb a mountain, the first action is just even to think about it, like that, okay, I'm going to climb the mountain. Second is, okay, I don't know how I'm going to reach to the top, but at least, taking the first step. And there'll be people around you who will help you, and you'll figure out ways to climb the mountain. And sometimes when people see you trying so hard, people will come and help you. It happens. And the universe, if that is what your goal is, that, okay, I'm going to climb the mountain. Of course, it's a metaphor. I'm not necessarily saying that really climbing the Mount Everest, but whatever your Mount Everest is, if that is your goal and that is what you're focusing on, that'll magnify, and then universe will make it happen, or God will make it happen, whatever we believe in. Just got to keep going and take those tiny actions, because any action we take, the chances of reaching towards that goal makes it more than zero, right? Makes it more than zero, because when we don't take any action, chances of getting that, reaching towards that goal, stays zero. We kind of make it zero because we are not taking any action. So the thought that we think about, the dominating thought, makes it to the words that we speak, and that the words that we speak helps us to take some action, and then it goes in cycles, right? So we just gotta keep our focus, the dominating thought, to be what we want, and then that's what we talk about. We share with our friends that this is our goal, this is what we want to do, and universe will move things around to make it happen, and then you'll reach your goal, towards baby steps. A friend of mine last year, that helped me so much, because a lot of time in our minds we think that, okay, I gotta do this big thing, how is it gonna happen? How is not up to us, how is to the universe, to the God. We just ask what we want, and we keep taking inspired action. Some of the actions will align, and some of the action may just teach us. It won't align, but it should teach us something. If this is how we are supposed to go, and by mistake if we go this way, there'll be something that we'll learn. We'll be able to come back and apply it for the rest of the journey. So now keep taking actions, and you'll reach to your goal. A year from now, things could look very different. The time is going to pass anyway, from today, December 24th, 2024, to December 24th, 2025. Year will pass anyway. The time is going to pass anyway. But how we want to create the future, how we want the year to unfold, is a lot up to us. Yes, there is God. Yes, there is universe, if you believe. There's some sort of higher power, if you believe. But we got to take inspired actions towards our goal, and then we'll get there. And visualize. I tell this to my friends too, and I do too. I say it because I do it too. Because visualize is one way to trick our mind and brain, the fastest way to get there, because there's so many research that is done. You can Google it, YouTube it. It's also in The Secret movie, they show where some people they were imagining, the Olympic runners, they were imagining that they're running on the track, and some people were really running, and the brain waves were same, people who were thinking. So you can really trick your brain for a thing that you're visualizing, thinking that you received it. And once you do that, your brain kind of looks for things and attracts things, because everything is energy. All the things that is we are talking or hearing, and everything is energy. So, and some energy that repulses, some energy that attracts. So you just gotta keep doing that. It comes with more and more we practice, it becomes a habit, and then we can do that faster. Anyway, I know I got kind of sidetracked, talked a lot about different things, but that's my journaling, daily journaling. Anyway, so that was that for today. I hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas Eve day. And if you go to churches, go to the church. It'll be amazing. And if you don't, if you celebrate in a different way with your friends and family, do that. And I may make a few short videos today, and then I'll make a video tomorrow too on Christmas Day. Again, thank you very much. Oh, yeah, I forgot. So for the update on the channel name, interestingly, so that's how we think and how other people think could be different. So right now, the midlife mindfulness is what is getting the most thumbs up from the friend circle I have. And next, I would say midlife community, and then midlife happiness. But it's kind of all spread out. So I feel like I need to, it's not a huge difference. So I feel like I need to ask more people. So if you have friends and if you want to ask them and comment it on that video, what people are connecting with more, that'll be amazing. And yeah, I think, because what I'm thinking is right now, I think for a little bit I will keep it as midlife happiness to see if people connect with it, and then ask several other people in my church group and things like that how people are thinking, what is resonating the most. And then because I think once there are more than 1,000 subscribers, I probably shouldn't change it, because then it'll look like, I don't know, not look like, it's more like after that people will be like, okay, where is it going? Because they say that, when you have a channel, you're creating a channel, people come back to watch things that they know what to expect. So you have to kind of keep going in a, I don't know, certain direction, one direction. So I thought this is still a good time to kind of see what resonates with people the most. And all of you guys who are in this journey, at the beginning of this journey with me, I cannot say how blessed I feel for all of your support, because like I say, that it's almost 7 months now. I started end of May. Yeah, end of May 27th, 2024, made the videos daily. And at the time, I didn't know that I will have so many people supporting me in this journey. And I really, 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 really do hope that it does become some other people's survival guide, because late last year to this year at this time, I have learned so much. I could not picture myself where I was versus where I am now. And again, my outer reality has not changed a whole lot, but the inner world has shifted night and day. And that was possible for so many things, especially initially several of my friends. I even texted thanking a friend today. And then many other things, and you guys who I don't know personally, but I feel like I know a lot of you, because you keep coming to the channels and commenting and giving thumbs up, and a lot of you share this channel. Like I was saying, I'm amazed that every week since I started this channel, I see that somebody's sharing either the channel or the video, because it doesn't show, it shows how many like shared, like on a weekly stats, comments, likes and shares. And I'm amazed that you guys think that it is worthy enough to share with others, and hopefully whoever you share with, they find some solace in their life from whatever they're going on. Because life is short. That's what at the end we have to remember. Life is short. We can stay in the valleys, or we can pick ourselves up, do something, get a little bucket filler, and walk towards the peak. From valley to the peak, there is a way. And more we practice, less time we spend in the valley, because life is so short. It is not worth spending in the valleys. Go do whatever you want. It's like, of course, you don't want to hurt others, and do things within limits. So it's like, acceptable. I don't know, what I mean. But go out for adventures, or whatever your thing is, whatever will fill your bucket. Keep filling your bucket. Sorry, I had to use a box because I don't have anything around, and I didn't want to go out and get it. Go out of the room and get it. Anyway, so have a great rest of your day, and wonderful Christmas Eve, and I will see you in the other video. And again, never forget, you are extraordinary. Never forget you're extraordinary.